these states are progressive states. They are developing quite rapidly. That development is causing urbanization to occur at a rapid pace. ज़्यादा लोग शहर में आके रहना चाहते हैं. उनको या तो अगर उनके लिए कोई कुछ करेगा नहीं तो वो स्लम्स में रहेंगे, लेकिन अगर उनके लिए पहले से कोई तरीके से हाउसिंग प्रोवाइड करेगा, ग्रीन अफोर्डेबल हाउसिंग, तो उनकी रिहाइश इम्प्रूव होगी, और जैसे उनकी रिहाइश इम्प्रूव होगी उनकी अपनी बढ़ोतरी भी जल्दी होगी. Green affordable housing in urbanizing states is a positive action for social and economic development, and it is now the right time to step right into it. 70 to 80% of the attributed cost of the home is actually the cost of land, not the cost of construction, not the cost of operation. It's the cost of land. In many other parts of the world where you have social housing, they have controlled the availability of or the price of land made available for social housing. We have to get there. Once you've got that under control, then the answer is 3 to 4 stories compact form of housing is the most economical in land as well as construction. After that, use materials that are locally available, and in the structural system of the building, reduce the requirement of steel and concrete. You just need intelligent design, intelligent systems of construction. That's the first area where you can be economical. The second area where you can be economical is reasonable density. Third area where you can be economical is simple shaped building, where you share a lot of walls, have small peripheral areas, small perimeter to the building compared to its floor area. 3 steps and you're there. So it starts with appropriate planning to take care of these extreme storm events. Most important is the absorption of excess water and the drainage of the runoff of cloudbursts. This is most important. So that has been solved at an urban planning level. Then the building can take further precautions. You can raise the building up on stilts. You can use that for parking. You can use it as a public space. You can use it as a sheltered space for children. But when there is flood and water does rise, at least your homes are absolutely safe and secure. Otherwise, we build a higher plinth. So there are solutions for taking care of that. And as far as blustering rain and typhoons are concerned, if there are lightweight structures on the roof, they just have to be tied a little better. And you need to design the external face of the building, the windows, the projections outside windows, and the way the windows close and open in such a way that when there is driving wind and rain, you can safely enclose the building. Again, it doesn't cost you any more. It just requires a bit of care. मेरे दिमाग में एक सपना है. वो सपना है कि हमारे जितने छोटे छोटे शहर हैं वो इस तरह से बढ़े और ऐसे वहाँ पे लोग रहने लगे कि वो अपने आप में एनवायरमेंटल टर्म्स में पानी और एनर्जी में सेल्फ सफिशिएंट, कंफर्टेबल, कन्वीनियंट हो गए. कॉम्पैक्ट homes, compact settlements, compact cities with a roof terrace that people use. And the roof terrace is shaded by solar PV panels. So my dream is 4-story high cities, solar cities of homes around courtyards and gardens. That's my dream. I think this is an auspicious place, the Godrej Green Building Centre, because it was here that the idea of living with nature in a responsible way is seeded. So it's quite auspicious to have Qutub over here. This happens to be my second Qutub in Hyderabad, and I can see that when a financing agency, without whom the finances for actually building are impossible, is willing to support you in your green building journey all the way, not only is it that they are able to meet the conditions of the financing, but also that they are contributing to a better future for society. When they take on that responsibility and they provide this platform of Kutum where people can meet and exchange ideas about how this is to be done, learn how this is to be done, feel confident about how this is to be done, I think that's a great thing to do.